Hey guys, welcome back to Benos Esther Malka's channel. If you're new here, we are doing a segment on reading, skills, tips, tricks on how to help your child be the best reader they can be. On today's segment, we are going to discuss the most important topic, and that is the foundation of reading. What can I do to help my pre-reader? Now, two things. Number one, if you have this question or have a little toddler running around who's going to become a pre-reader, then give this video a thumbs up so I'll know. And number two, this is going to be part of a playlist. So check out the comment below where I'm going to leave a link to the playlist. So without further ado, I bring you of how to ready your child for pre-reading. Now, based on my personal experience, there are two skills your child needs to master before they can pre-read. The first is listening skills, and the second is sequencing. So we're going to start with the first, and that is listening skills. Now, let's face it, the alphabet is 26 letters made up of sounds. Each letter of the alphabet represents a different sound. S is for S and P is for P. And we can go on, but that's for another video. Anyway, if your child can't listen and make that connection, well, when the letters are placed in front of them, they may have a little bit of a struggle. So here's my tip for you. Tip number one is go around your house or do this throughout the day and gather objects you use throughout your day. For example, I have here a cup. Now, something simple I can do is before I give my child a drink, now of course you guys will use a smaller cup, but before I give my child a drink, I'll say cup. And I'll be like, here's your cup. So what am I doing? I'm helping my child understand that this word, this object, the cup, is associated with the sound k. Take it a step further. When I read my child their favorite book, book. Now, as we could see, we have a title here. I won't actually start with the title because you know what? We read hundreds of books throughout the week, but if the child can hear book, book, cup, before you know it, the child now hears the same sounds represent the same type of objects. Now, once your child can master the sounds just by listening, then you could say, oh my goodness, I have a cup. Could you bring me an object that starts with a sound? Again, listening skills. Now guess what your child may do? They may bring you a clock. How cool is that? The child just associated the same sounds for different objects. A super important reading skill. Now once your child can do all that, flip it around. You got it. Ending sounds. Book. Clock. And what we're doing is going throughout the day. When you make a child's supper, the peas are on the plate. Amazing. Just keep asking your child beginning and ending sounds. And what you're doing is training the brain to look for patterns. And I cannot tell you, something so simple will help your child learn to read and spell super fast when they're ready. The next tip is sequencing. Now, I know this sounds a little bit silly, but if your child can say what comes first, second, third, fourth, however long it is, and last, let me tell you a trick. When I spell the word cup, k is first, is second, p is last, C-U-P, cup. So if you want to teach your child to sequence now, they will be a better speller later. Now, I'm sure you've all seen some of those, sequencing card games, and they're fun. And I don't encourage it, I don't discourage it, because you know what? Some kids think it's too academic, educational, but tell you what, instead of sitting your child down with a deck of cards and saying, okay, what comes first, what comes second, what comes third, make it part of your routine. For example, your child's about to wash their hands. Say, oh, you're about to wash your hands. What are you going to do first? And your child would say, I'm going to first turn on the water. Then I'll put the soap in my hands, and they'll go through the routine. And let's do something else. Let's say you're making mashed potatoes for supper, and the first thing I do is peel the potatoes and boil it. Now, maybe a child doesn't know, maybe they're cooking with you, say, you know what, can you pass me that potato? And they're going to pass you the potato with the skin. Say, do I first put it in the boiling water? They'd be like, no, we peel it first. Can you believe what I just did? I made a joke with the child. But now they're starting to see that everything in life has an order. We start off with first. We don't wake up and we're dressed. What do we do in the morning? We lay out our clothing, we take off our pajamas, we put on our clean clothing. Even something as simple as waking up and getting ready for school has an order. And just by you either A, pointing out to your child certain, sequences in the order, or having them point out sequences in the order, you are not only engaging in verbal conversation, but you are helping them with pre-reading skills. So if you found any of these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up. Just to recap, before your child is ready to read, number 1, point out beginning sounds. Number 2, make out ending sounds fun. And number 3, as you go throughout your day, kind of bring in different sequences. If you guys have any other questions that are related to reading, hands-on education, or learning, head over to my Instagram channel. As you could see, YouTube turned off my commenting, but I am fully accessible over on Instagram. So I'm going to leave all the links below so you can see more on this series, and you can access me over on Instagram. Feel free to ask any question, and hey, you never know, your question may be turned into the next series. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep on playing. Have a wonderful day.